Hey everybody, Masaki here, and welcome back to another episode of Shining Force. As you recall in the last episode, sadly we had to call off the video just before finishing off the last two enemies in this fight. On Gort's turn here, but we'll try to quickly finish off this battle and these last two guys here as fast as we can in the start of this video, and then continue on with the story. So without further delay, let's do just that. Alright, so it was Gort's turn, and as you recall from the last two videos, we are on our way to cross this bridge, or try to cross this bridge, and make our way to locate the town of Peo on the other side. And we had just tackled the last group of enemies before the group of 4 new Pegasus Knights. Taken them out and started moving towards these last two guys that don't move from blocking the bridge. And if I recall, the Dark Priest, I think, is actually the boss of this fight. I'm not completely sure on that, but you know. Oh yeah, all I'm meaning to say by that is if you kill one of them before you kill the other, it ends the whole fight and you lose the experience for the other guy. So just a note to keep in mind about that. Alright, I'm gonna probably not have Xylo do too much damage in this fight because he's already level 12. Ah, nice. Leo did a critical hit of 17 damage and got 13 experience from it. Even though my healers are pretty far away, I do have healing healing items on just about every party member. So do not worry about him getting damage before a healer gets up there. I am capable of having someone else heal him with an item if need be, as I always have a healing item on, at least one healing item on every character in case of emergency. Alright, Xylo, we're going to move you down a space. Oof, okay, please just survive this. Alright, he did 10 points of damage. Oh, whoops. Alright, I'm actually going to use an item on him right now because I'm concerned that he's going to get killed. Oh, okay, my bad. You don't get any experience for using a healing item if you're not a healer. Really? You're gonna heal him again, although he hardly has any damage right now? Alright, so the Lizard Man must be the boss, I guess. I'm pretty sure it's the Dark Priest, but I'm actually not positive on that. Alright, so now we essentially have our whole party up here, more or less. So we can start dishing out punishment here. Alright, Gort, you move back a bit. Arthur, you do the same. Lau, you heal our heater. Sorry, I'm mixing up my words a lot here. Lau, you heal the leader the rest of the way, is what I was trying to say. Got 10 experience for that. Alright, Crest, I'm going to have you move up a space just so you're pretty close there. I can have you attack the priest. Alright, melee attacks. Does 15 damage. And got 5 experience. Alright, Bubba, I'm gonna have you move over here and just finish off the priest for us. He does 6 points of damage defeating the priest. Got 25 experience, 125 coins. Alright, Gort, we're not having you attack. Henri, I don't really want you to attack either because you're already level 12 essentially. Alright, Leisureman attacks, doing 2 damage to May. Alright, Luke, we'll have you take a swing. Alright, Luke attacks, doing 14 damage and got 11 experience. Alright, try to see if I can move Tao around enough to get a spell cast in there, but I don't know if that'll be possible. Have Lao heal. Sorry about the mind slip there. Have Lao take his last bit of MP there and heal Xylo up for his last bit there. Alright, have our leader attack him here. Our leader finishes him off with 9 damage. And gains 20 experience and 150 coins, finishing the battle off. Head for the bridge, we need to get across quickly. Alright, before I do that though, and just in case you haven't actually triggered that event in the last video for recruiting Kokichi yet, you can come back now and do it after that fight there. As you can see, I just headed back here. And I recommend you do something now too, just in case you haven't done it yet. It's something I'm doing right now too as well. Not just yet though. Okay, weapon shop. No, that's not what I'm looking for. You're the one I want to talk to. I want to buy some healing items for a couple people. Alright, Gort. You need another one. Alright, so buying the healing item wasn't what I recommend that you do unless you used any healing items in that fight. What I recommend you do after that fight, or what I would recommend you do after that fight, if you had, sorry, just mine keeps slipping for a second here. What I would recommend you do after that fight, before you hit the bridge, is go back and save if you hadn't. Or is just go back and save in general, which is what I was going to do, but just in case something happens, I'm just going to save state out here. Alright, there we go. And so now when you head onto the bridge here, we head right into another fight, it looks like. More or less. Traitor, you've betrayed Lord Cain. I owe no allegiance to you or him, foul fiend that he is. You are only a mercenary. You do what we pay you to do. Here, I return your gold. I shall no longer follow your orders, Toad. If you are not with us, then you are against us. I will have the pleasure of killing you myself. Vile fiend. Aye! Haha, thus fall all who dare to oppose the will of Dark Soul. Huh. Warm-up sequence initiated. 10, 9. So here, as you'll see, Oop, sorry. Hit the wrong thing there. Is what they were digging up. The laser eye. And this is why you don't want to promote anyone till after this fight. Because this thing pretty much shoots across this entire bridge, the entire width of the bridge. And it does a lot of damage, and it will hit everyone on the bridge, not just one person. And if you promote before this fight, they will surely die within 1 or 2 hits of it, and along with any attacks from the enemies on the bridge. Especially since you have a lot of Pegasus Knights flying around the bridge and Lizard Men on the bridge itself. Now, we do actually have a new enemy here, the Silver Knights, which have 16 HP, 18 attack, 12 defense, 7 move, 11 agility, and a bronze lance. And they also are pretty heavy hitters. Now, although part of your objective is to destroy the laser eye, we don't actually finish the fight until we, kill the Silver Knight down here. And you want to kill the laser eye anyway, because you'll get a decent bit of experience for every attack on it, and then especially when the person kills it, they get a large chunk of experience. Alright, so we'll go through as much of this fight as we can in this video, because we have to travel up through this part of it up to here, and we're going to be attacked before we even get too far over here. And what I usually tend to do is I'll wait for this to fire the first time before I actually start crossing the bridge. So we might not even get that far because we only have 10 minutes left in the video before the video ends. So we'll get as far as we can in this fight, because everyone's at least level 10 right now already, and most of them are past level 10. So I'm not planning to really grind in this fight. With that being the case, I'm just going to keep recording through it. So with that being said, we're just going to keep going, and we'll see how far we can get into this fight before the end of this video. And then in the video after this, we'll continue this fight and see how long it takes. Or to put that in a better way, we'll see how many videos it'll potentially take to get through this fight. As you can see, right at the start here, it's just kind of moving your party up and there's nothing going on. As there's a number of fights where there's just a lot of nothing but moving your party forward, and there's no fighting going on. 8-7. And this is how the laser eye works. As you saw there, at the start, it targeted an enemy, and it said starting warming up sequence and countdown, and then did a countdown start, quote-unquote, 10-9. And right there, as you can see, it is doing a countdown because it targeted an enemy again, and it said 8-7. So that's what it does. Every turn until it says 2-1, it'll do a countdown for 2 numbers. So it says warm-up sequence, target someone, says warm-up sequence 10-9. Next turn, warm-up sequence 8-7, 6-5, 4-3, 2-1, and then the turn after that it targets someone and says fire, and then it hits all enemies and all of your party members that are in its range. But if one of your party members are within its range, it'll actually target one of your party members instead of one of the enemies on the bridge. Now, yeah, you might be missing out on some experience that way, but it's better in the long run to just miss the experience than get your party pelted by damage from the laser eye there. Alright, so Ken attacks this lizard man, does 17 damage, got 13 experience, level increased to 12, defense increased by 1. Alright, May stand off one space and attack. She does 16 points of damage, defeating the lizard man, gains 18 experience and 150 coins. Now what I could potentially do is take Bulbaroy and like kind of set him out here, and that would kind of draw these Pegasus Knights down to attack us, and then I could fight them out over here out of the range of the laser eye, and then I wouldn't have to worry about them so much as I'm crossing the bridge as well, but I think I'm not going to bother with that so much. I am, however, going to set him out there so he's with the group out of the way, so someone else can, so he's not sitting in a spot that someone else could potentially be standing. Alright, let's start moving everyone else up. Alright, yep. Going to the Laser Eye's next turn there. 6-5, targeting sequence. Or that might have actually said targeting initiated. And I don't know if you saw with how quick it was there, but this spot right here is actually safe. But that's kind of why they put these 3 Dark Elves here. So if you do set guys here, these Dark Elves can just start pelting you with arrows, so it's not quite safe until you take out these Dark Elves. But then once these Dark Elves are dead, you can actually like rush guys into this little space down here, and they'll be safe from the laser eye. But this little space up here is not safe from it, so don't try putting them right there. Ultimately, this is like the last safe spot before you get to the spot up here where they can potentially get hit by it, so that's why you're not seeing me move them up too much further from where they are right now. I'll go until the laser eye fires the first time, so you at least see what that looks like. And then past that, depending on what time the video is at, potentially end it. The Silver Knights also actually are pretty sturdy and do not take too much of damage as far as your regular characters are concerned. Xylo will most likely probably do heavy damage to them, more or less as per usual. And the warriors might do decent damage. Everyone else will probably do like standard, maybe 3 or 4 hit points of damage. Although, because like if everyone's about the same level that I have my guys at in your game, and they're all a little higher than usual, they might do a little more than that. Alright, 4-3, so like 2 more turns if I'm correct. It'll fire, I might go 2-1 and then hit 0 and say fire. Or I might go 2-1 and then say 0 and fire, and then still fire. I might go 2-1 and then in the next turn it'll say 0 and fire and fire. I don't know if that's confusing or not. Either it's gonna say, it's not gonna say 2-1 and then fire. Or that might be what it does. It might say 2-1 fire and shoot, or say 2-1 and then say on the next turn say 0 and fire and shoot. Or I might say 2-1 fire and shoot on the next turn. You'll see what happens. It's been a while, and like I said, like a lot of the time while I was doing classes, I was actually not playing at all, so it's a decent number of months since I was recording, so... And right now we're just going to kind of wait here for it to fire. Yeah, we're at 20 minutes, so after it fires I'm going to end off the video. Yep, see, just putting Ballboy right there, moving them all up, it lured one of these guys down. Alright, so the Pegasus Knight did 4 damage to him. Alright, come on. This is where the video might get a little boring because we're just kind of waiting for everything to go off, so... I'll do what I can to talk and keep it from getting too dull. Alright, yep. It says 2-1 and fire, but it's not going to actually fire until the turn after that. Which is a little interesting. So let's see. The first time I had 10 knights. So in 6, it takes 6 turns and then it fires. It counts down in 5 turns, and then on its 6th turn, it'll fire across the whole bridge. It hit everything in its range that you saw there. Alright, I'm gonna actually move Barbara back over some so that other people can potentially attack the Pegasus Knight here. Ouch. Putting low right at the edge of the bridge there, or yeah, at the edge of the cliff there, might have not been quite the best move. Alright, so I'll let it fire, and I'm gonna possibly kill this Pegasus Knight in the meantime if I can. Alright, let's move low and have him heal himself. Oh, okay, he leveled up. Attack went up by 1, defense went up by 1, and his maximum magic points went up by 2. And he leveled up to 11, in case you couldn't tell. Oh, for a second there, I thought that was going to be the turn. Yep, okay, looks like this is the turn. Alright, so here's the laser eye firing. Fire! The Lizard Man suffers 12 points of damage. The Priest suffers 13 points of damage. Other Lizard Man suffers 18 points of damage. Third Lizard Man suffers 12 points of damage. Yeah, see, it's a pretty heavy and devastating damage there. I keep hitting the wrong key, sorry about that. Now let's have Anya come over here and use Freeze. Inflicts 8 points of damage, got 14 experience. Alright. Chris inflicts 4 points of damage, got 11 experience. See if Xylo can finish it off. Xylo does 9 points of damage, defeating the Pegasus Knight, and got 42 experience and 180 coins. Alright, so once it comes back to one of my character's turns, I am ending the video off. We are officially at 24 minutes now. A little bit longer than I wanted to take, but I wanted to at least show what it looked like the first time the weapon fired, so you saw just how much damage it did, to give you an idea of why it was important, in my opinion, to not promote any of your characters till after this fight. So with all of that said, and having shown you guys all of that, I'll see you guys in the next video where we actually try to get further into this fight and cross the bridge and take out that infernal weapon once and for all. So until then, everybody, remember to subscribe, like, and leave a comment if you like, and I will see you all in the next one. So until then, everybody, goodbye.